From the very second you wake up in the morning, before you even open your eyes, you're already faced with a choice between a daily drift and a daily win. That choice might not feel like a big one, but it sets the tone for your entire day. And given what we do with our days goes a long way to shaping our entire life, maybe we should just start to think about these things a little bit differently. In that moment, before you've even opened your eyes, you could choose to go and grab your phone straight away, scrolling through the usual notifications, emails, or social media, filling your mind with stress and anxiety before you've even taken a breath. Or you could choose to pause, to recognize that you're awake, that you're alive, that you're safe. You could tell yourself that you're seen, loved, that you're enough, and give yourself that tiny moment of presence before the world tries to take it from you. You could use it to say something you're grateful for. You could use it to say your values out loud, or use it to give yourself a compliment. This is your very first fork in the road, the first decision you are faced with in a day. Will you choose a daily drift, or will you choose a daily win? Then when you open your eyes, the opportunities keep on coming. You can get up and start your day with movement, even something as simple as stretching, breathing deeply, or taking a walk, or you can jump straight into rushing around, reacting to the day, rather than creating it. That small decision has ripple effects. One path fuels your body and mind, the other keeps you trapped in cycles of stress. So what will it be? Daily drift or daily win? As you get ready for the day, more choices arrive. What you eat for breakfast? Are you even eating breakfast? Are you skipping it altogether? What do you drink? Are you pouring yourself a glass of water to hydrate? Or looking for an energy drink or a glass of fruit juice that will see you spike only to crash before you even reach lunchtime? Even brushing your teeth can be a drift or a win, depending on whether you're present with the habit and using it as an opportunity to boost your confidence in the mirror each morning, or just rushing to get it done. Each of these decisions is a chance for a daily drift or a daily win. Your commute is another perfect example. Whether you're driving, walking, taking a train, or even working from home, that time can either be filled with frustration, mindless scrolling, or stress, or it can be filled with learning, with gratitude, with reflection, or even just with silence. You could blast music that lifts you up, listen to a podcast that grows your perspectives, or practice patience in traffic. Or you could stew in anger. You can honk at people, and you can let it ruin your entire morning. It can be an investment or a drain, a daily win or a daily drift. What about when you arrive at work or wherever you're spending that day? You're given even more choices. How do you show up? Do you bring your best energy into the room, or do you carry resentment and negativity? How do you interact with people? Do you greet them with warmth, or do you shut down and coast through the day? Even a simple act of whether you take the stairs or the lift, whether you bring your own lunch or rely on takeaways, whether you use your breaks to stretch or just sit and scroll, all of these are micro decisions that shape your day and subsequently your life by creating powerful ripple effects. The same is true when the work is done. How do you travel back home? Do you let traffic or delays steal your energy and put you in a bad state? Or do you use that time as a buffer to reset yourself and prepare for the next part of your day? Do you grab fast food on the way home, or do you go home to cook something that fuels you? Then comes the evening, and the choices keep on coming in. What do you eat? What do you drink? Do you exercise? Do you collapse on the sofa? Do you go for a walk with your family or your dog? Or do you open another can and switch off in front of the TV? Do you switch your mind off with endless scrolling and random shows, or do you spend time with people who matter, learn something new, or do something creative? Do you choose to numb, or do you choose to nourish? Daily drift or daily win? And think about the information that you allow into your vessel. Do you spend the evening consuming content that makes you angry or jealous or anxious or stressed? Or do you choose to feed yourself with something uplifting, educational, or calming? Every click, every scroll, every play button is a decision to either drift or to win. Then comes your wind down routine, which is no different. What do you do with those last 2 hours before bed? Do you sit under bright lights? Do you check your emails? Do you expose yourself to stress and blue lights that keep you awake? Or do you dim the lights? Do you do some breath work? Maybe read a book? Maybe stretch? Maybe have a conversation with someone you love? Do you spend the last part of your day reflecting on what went right and what you're proud of? or do you replay arguments and mistakes? And even after your eyes close, there are still more choices to make. Do you lie there ruminating, stuck in the cycle of overthinking, or do you decide to be grateful, to take deep breaths, to remind yourself that you did your best, and that tomorrow is another opportunity to do the same? If you step back and really see it, life is just one constant stream of moments where we can choose a daily drift or a daily win. Thousands of them every single day. Most people don't even realize just how many opportunities they actually have. They think the big decisions are what shape their life, but really it's the accumulation of all of the small ones. Those innocuous, unspectacular micro decisions create momentum in one direction or another. Drifts stack into more drifts, whilst wins stack into more wins. Think about the difference in a day when you wake up and drink water instead of scrolling. You move your body instead of rushing. You take the stairs instead of the lift. You choose to listen instead of interrupt. You grab a healthy lunch instead of fast food. You walk home instead of taking the bus. You spend time in gratitude instead of gossip. You reflect at night instead of ruminate. None of those are huge decisions on their own. But stacked together, they completely change your energy, your health, your wealth, and your happiness. That is why awareness is everything. Because if you can become aware that every moment, every action, every choice is a fork in the road, you can start to break the automatic patterns. You stop living on autopilot and you start living with more intention. That does not mean you have to get every decision right, because nobody does. But if you start winning more of those daily choices, even just a few more each day, then you can change the trajectory of your entire life. From the second you wake up to the second you fall asleep, you are presented with thousands of opportunities. You cannot control them all, but you can decide to take ownership of more of them than you do currently. So my question is, are you drifting through your days or are you winning them? Because that choice is in front of you right now. Big love, Big Daddy.